Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook, bring you an NFL Week 6 preview between the Denver Broncos and the San Diego Chargers. Now let's look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with Denver.
Now, when you look at the Broncos in this matchup, you have to look at their defense. Can they get off the field on third down? Can Von Miller and company get pressure on Philip Rivers, who's a stationary target? If they can do that, then they can have a lot of success versus the San Diego Chargers. Also look at the secondary. Guys like Mike Adams, Raheem Moore. Those guys will get put to the test this week, as they will be asked to cover the tight ends of the San Diego Chargers, as the Chargers love to go 4 and 5 wide and utilize tight ends as well, getting down the seam. So those guys in coverage are going to have huge days if the Broncos are going to have some success. But let's go inside the lab and look at the offensive side of the football and see how Denver's shallow cross can do a lot of damage to opposing defenses.
What makes the Broncos so unique is that they can run the same play out of different formations. One of their favorite plays is the shallow cross. I'm going to show you the simple shallow cross concept. This is it right here, just out of a base pro set. You see you have the tight end going in, the receiver, the slot receiver coming across on the shallow cross. This guy going to a skinny post, back flaring out, this back is running the wheel route. Now you see, if we was to spread this out in that shotgun formation that the Broncos love to run, same rules apply. Just imagine that this was this guy right here still swinging around, still doing the skinny post. You have the slot receiver still coming across that shallow cross, and this tight end or this Y is going to go up and run that deep in route. So no matter what the Broncos do, and they do a great job of that offensively, making every play look the same. The shallow cross is one of the more tougher routes to cover because you force this guy right here to make a choice. Either he's going to buzz underneath or he's going to crash down on the crossing route. Either way, he's going to make the wrong choice. And if you have time back there in the pocket, you can complete a lot of passes. The Broncos ran the shallow cross route up and down the field versus the Oakland Raiders last week, and they can have the same type of success versus the San Diego Chargers.
Now let's move over to the Chargers in this ball game. When I look at the matchup, I look at head coach Norv Turner calling a better game for Philip Rivers in that offense. You got to get away from the pass-happy type of attack and utilize Ryan Matthews a lot more out of the backfield. Get the running game going. Become more of a balanced team, because the San Diego Chargers have a lot of talent. They just have to be more balanced and not get too pass-happy. And if they do happen to throw the football this week, I look for them to go with Malcolm Floyd down the hashes, down the seams. Get that big body going on along those safeties, and they can have a lot of success. But let's go inside the lab to look at the Chargers defense and how they can get pressure on Peyton Manning this week.
The Chargers have to find a way to get pressure on Peyton Manning, and the reason why I call this unorganized confusion, it disrupts what the offensive line has known to be pass protection. It confuses them. It has them hesitating in making their calls and making their protection calls as well. So you're looking at a defensive front, just a muddled defensive front, and some like to call this a Cherokee formation, but really is cover 3, and this is the key guy right here. Usually they're used to seeing 5 guys coming from one side, but you have 3 guys coming strong side, with the 4th guy being this guy right here. And this is going to put this guy at a disadvantage because he doesn't know at the last moment which protection side he has, because we're going to send this backer right here as well. So we're going to do a double A-gap blitz type of play, and it confuses offensive line protection. It confuses the quarterback as far as getting everybody aligned quickly, and this muddled back half of the defense also confuses the wide receivers, as it doesn't give them that pre-snap look of, okay, 2 deep, 3 deep, we don't know, so we can't really make those site adjustments. So if the Chargers in certain situations go to this Cherokee type of formation, they can have some success versus the Denver Broncos.
X factor for San Diego has to be Atari Bigby, the strong safety. I think he's going to be pulled more in coverage this week, going against Peyton Manning in that passing attack. And offensive execution for the Denver Broncos will be my X factor that falls on the head coach John Fox. Make sure everyone gets involved and be where they're supposed to be in order to be successful. Now let's take a look at the personnel breakdown in this ball game. You look at where the Chargers have some advantages. The offense can match points with the Denver Broncos. Defensively, can they stop the Broncos from throwing the football all over the field when they widen out their defense? That has yet to be seen. I like the Broncos in this ball game, and truth be told, this was a tough game to choose because both teams are eerily similar offensively, but the Broncos can play a well-balanced attack if they have to, and I think that right there will be the X factor in this ball game. playing balance, getting the Chargers off the field will help the Broncos win the ball game. And I also want to give a huge shout out to the Bronco fan forums and also Charger fan forums for always showing football game plan support.